How's it going, guys? My name is Michael,
And I'm Scott.
and this is the Michael Scott Show. And we like to talk about sports and do little things like that. We're big into NFL, and we are going to be doing some NBA in the future, and that's kind of like a background of what we talk about. Obviously, we're going to talk about transactions and moving forward with draft stuff. But Scott here is going to tell you about his background.
So a little bit about me. I'm from California and the Bay Area in particular. I'm about to graduate college, assuming there still is, I guess, graduation. Um, and I study engineering there. And my sporting interests are football and basketball with a little bit of baseball here and there. My teams are obviously all of the Bay Area teams, so the 49ers, the Warriors, and the Giants.
Nice. And I'm Michael, and I live in Oklahoma, but I'm from Seattle, Washington. I grew up watching Seattle, every sport in Seattle basically, but I'm actually a fan of the Denver Broncos. I do like my hometown teams, but the Denver Broncos are my main team in the NFL. And then my favorite team in the NBA is the Kings and the Miami Heat. So, in baseball wise, it's going to be the Boston Red Sox. So, that's kind of like I'm all over the place. Like I said, I love my hometown teams, but I am very everywhere else. So, that's kind of a background on me. I think today we're going to talk about the NFL transactions, who got signed and all that stuff, and who's still not signed to a team. So, I think we're going to get today's topic started off with Tom Brady, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Probably the biggest free agent signing
Yeah.
of the year, hands down.
Yep. Tom Brady, probably the best player in NFL history. I mean, that's just my opinion, I guess.
That's gonna anger a lot of people, but and I'm gonna have to, as a Niner fan, I will
Joe Montana.
respectfully disagree. Yes, sir, Joe Montana.
Yeah,
obviously.
Joe Montana didn't play for the Patriots and win 6 rings. So.
Yeah, he also didn't have Bill Belichick as a head coach, but
Okay, so the greatest coach and quarterback of all time.
No, just the greatest coach of all time. Maybe
right.
the greatest. Okay.
All right. We're getting off topic. Yeah.
Not the point of the signing.
The point of the signing, what we're going to talk about, we're not just going to talk about the figures and the numbers and all that. We really have a question to ask, and the point of this whole topic really is who benefits more. Does Chris Godwin benefit more as a slot player?
You just want to say who do you want to draft for your fantasy team?
Or does Mike Evans benefit more? And my personal opinion, it's Mike Evans. Like, I don't even think it's close.
I do not see any grounds for that at all, considering this is going to be in Bruce Arians' system. Godwin's going to be the slot in Bruce Arians' system. He's still going to be the number one read on most plays.
Okay.
Just look at the numbers he put up this year with Jameis.
Okay.
Who turned over the ball 40 times.
Okay. Jameis Winston has a cannon for an arm, though. I mean,
Okay, so his yards go down and his touchdowns will go up. That's what that tells me.
That's not what it says at all. Okay. Tom Brady has always had slot receivers. Always. He had Wes Welker, great player. Julian Edelman, great player. Damian Amendola, great player. All these players played slot or inside outside.
Chris Godwin, also a great player.
Okay, fine. You know what Tom Brady has never had on the outside besides like once in his career? A big body, go get it receiver. Only thing that comes close to even like comprehend for who he had there is
Gronk and Moss.
Gronk and Moss, exactly. And Gronk was like one of his favorite targets, and when Randy Moss was on the team, by far his favorite target. So I'm just saying, with those players on the team, and at one point you gotta remember he also had Aaron Hernandez. I mean, I don't want to get into his topic that much. I'm just saying, big body, go get it receivers. He threw to them a lot. He only threw to those slot guys when he didn't have anybody open. Mike Evans goes and gets the ball.
How old was he when he had those big bodies?
How old was he? I mean, like old enough to throw the ball still.
How old is he now?
My man's like 42. The dude's been in the league.
He's not gonna be yoinking it down the field.
Dude, watch him yoink the ball down the field. What are you talking about? Not gonna be. Tom
Dude,
Brady's numbers go up significantly from last year.
I mean, Evans. I think Evans will still crack 1,000, but
easily.
I think Godwin might, if if he is going to be the true number one read, I could see him catching like 130 balls for 1,300 yards.
Do I think their numbers are going to be like wildly different to where like Chris Godwin has way less pass catches than freaking Mike Evans? No. I think honestly he'll probably have more catches, just not as much yardage.
For sure.
And
for sure.
Or as many touchdowns as Mike Evans. I think Mike Evans is going to be the more like big play, go-to weapon, and I think that is going to impact his numbers a lot better. I think he's going to have more catches than he did last year, for sure. And I think he's just going to have a better range of numbers. I mean, Jameis literally was throwing the ball blind.
More versatile.
Yeah, he's going to.
Yeah,
Jameis
easily.
is actually throwing the ball blind. Like that's not even like me saying that. Like
he
had to
the ball.
Well, he had to, like the dude went and got LASIK after the season because he couldn't see, so he was just chucking it down there with the prayer. I mean, come on. Tom Brady can get the ball to Mike Evans in the positions that Mike Evans needs to get the ball in more, and he's going to be his production level is going to go way high up. I mean, like if you look at it in a fantasy standpoint right now, just going off of like last year's fantasy numbers, Mike Evans Mike Evans and Chris Godwin weren't like drastically far apart. I mean, so I don't see that changing too much, but I do see Mike Evans being the guy. I mean, it's always been Mike Evans' team as a receiver since he showed up on the scene in Tampa, and I think Tom Brady is going to strengthen that.
I mean, I thought it was Godwin's team last year as he kind of broke out.
Oh, that's a different debate because I don't think it was ever Godwin's team. I don't know about that.
I know. Okay. Well, it was never. But I'm saying like after this breakout, I guess that's what my point is. After this breakout, I think Godwin's going to be the feature guy now.
Okay.
But. Moving on.
We'll move on from that. We got to talk about the contract side of this because I do think it's a good contract for Tom Brady. I feel like it's the first time.
It's a fantastic. He gets $50 million, all guaranteed,
guaranteed.
And no franchise tag clause.
I mean,
that's
does Tom really need the money? No. Is Tom taking the money because he's putting a point out there? Yeah. I mean, this is a Tom Brady move that's saying, I'm not taking this crappy deals that I was taking before to build receivers anymore. That was the shot at New England that he was done doing that. He wasn't gonna run these deals no more to freaking please New England anymore, and it was gonna be all about making his bread. So I think the deal is good. I think it's definitely. I've heard a lot of people say that it's a little high for a 43-year-old quarterback, but I don't feel that at all. I mean, I think, like I said earlier, I think he's the best quarterback of all time. I'm not a Tom Brady fan, but at one point you got to learn how to respect him, and dude's a goat. I mean, just simple and plain.
Right. I mean, what he has done, no question, is like top 5 probably of all time. But the question is he going to keep that level of production into his 40s?
Yeah, I think so. I think he's already did that. I think last year's numbers are no slouch. I mean, people really wow, dude, 24 touchdowns with 6 picks. Like, that might not be a high touchdown number, but look at the receivers he had last year. Who
he had a banged up Edelman.
I mean, he had nobody, man. A rookie N'Keal Harry. I mean, that was it. So, I mean, as a receiver, and his offensive line, probably one of the worst in New England's history. I mean,
yeah, that's also true.
You're talking about a 42-year-old
going to Tampa Bay though, their offensive line is not nearly as good as what Tom has.
I don't know. Marpet's a freaking beast. I mean, I know it's only one piece, but that's he's better than anybody on New England's team. I mean,
I'll be curious to see if the Bucs add more.
I for sure think so. I think so.
To their line.
Like I said, I wouldn't have been shocked with this contract if they would have paid him upwards of $40 million a year. I wouldn't have been shocked, and that's not even me being ridiculous with it. Think about what Pat Mahomes is going to get next year.
Pat Mahomes is also 20.
I'm not saying that. I'm just think about that per year. If you were to break it down per year, Pat Mahomes probably going to get 38 to 40 million, maybe more next year when he gets signed. I wouldn't have been. He's not the GOAT, though. He's not the GOAT.
So much younger, though, and he's done so much.
It would have been high. It would have been high.
Tom Brady didn't win a Super Bowl MVP and an MVP in his first 2 seasons.
Oh, listen, it would have been high, but I wouldn't have been surprised if they would have paid him the same kind of money for 2 seasons, like Mahomes. I mean,
dude, Mahomes is
no. I don't think he's 24. I know it's totally different. I know, but I'm just saying,
thrown 5,000 yards and 50 passing touchdowns in a season.
All right, so now we gotta get to the most overrated quarterback of this.
Okay.
We're gonna get to the most overrated quarterback of this.
Not at all. Not at all, but all right.
So Ryan, I throw the ball to the other team in Miami, Tannehill. So we're gonna go
Yeah,
to him.
because he had Adam Gase as a coach and couldn't.
This dude hates Adam Gase, by the way. Just so you know, Adam, if you're watching, this guy hates you. I mean, like.
Yeah, because he doesn't know how to use talent.
You act like you're a Miami fan and just get mad because they used Adam Gase for 2 years at quarterback or not quarterback, head coach.
That's a different topic of conversation, but if you see what Tannehill did with Tennessee last year, led them along with Derrick Henry to the AFC Championship game.
I'm gonna debunk your whole argument right now.
Okay.
Their offensive line is better than any offensive line Miami's ever had.
Okay.
They have a better running back game than Miami ever had.
If you look at Drake's numbers when
Kenyon Drake is not a pleasing piece for me at all. And
he's not as good as Derrick Henry, but
you're hard selling Kenyon Drake as like this. Oh, he's a finesseful running back, and he's just like really good outside of. Like end of the day, if
this is off topic though, but
end of the day, if what's his name, Cliffberry, whatever his name is,
Cliff Kingsbury,
whatever his name is, in Arizona, if he understood how to utilize running backs in the first place, Kenyon wouldn't even see the ball. I mean, David Johnson, in my opinion, way better running back, and I expect him to rebirth in the Texans.
I do too. I think Drake's a good fit for that. Okay, but anyway, that's not the point of Tannehill.
Offense, but
that's not the point
of
Ryan Tannehill.
Back to Tannehill.
Dude,
Tannehill never.
Look at his numbers. Okay, look at how much his numbers changed.
I got him right here. I got him right here. Okay, so let's go ahead and just run it down. Okay, first of all, he has not played 16 games. He has not played 16 games in 3 seasons. What about that one? Does that number change? The dude hasn't played a full season in 3 seasons.
Yeah, he'll probably play a full season this
until
year.
He breaks his leg or something.
I mean, you could say that about any player.
He's gonna tear his ACL or dislocate his collarbone or something. I mean, he's gonna. He's injury prone.
He's had 2 injuries.
He's injury prone.
Had 2 injuries. That's
minus this year because he's never gonna have another 70% completion year in his career. That's not gonna.
That's
happen.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, dude.
He played 10 games. Calm down. Like,
look at his. Actually, he didn't really even pass in the playoffs, but his team didn't.
My
really
point
need
is, he put up 70% completion rate. He put up 67 in Miami. You're acting like this is a whole big difference. It's really not. He put up 22 touchdowns with 6 interceptions. But besides the last year when he was injured and he only played 11 games. By the way, he still threw 9 interceptions last year in 11 games. He threw 13, 17, 12, 12, and 12. He has not had a full season where he hasn't thrown under 10 interceptions. He's not elite. He's not great. He's a mediocre, average quarterback getting paid $118 million to be that way.
Mediocre is I'm like a Teddy Bridgewater in my opinion.
That's personally where I think he is.
I think
he's outside the top 20 for sure. He's not a top 20 quarterback.
No way.
Fringe.
So
he's fringe.
That's
top if he even breaks the top 20, it's like barely, like 19, 18. I mean, like the dude he's not a stud. And he's never going to be a stud. He's Andy Dalton. He's Andy Dalton. Like that's what he is. Dude's Andy Dalton. I mean,
it's obviously a small sample size, like only 10 games.
That's my point. He played 10
Mike said,
games.
But I'm sure he's gonna have a phenomenal year this year.
He played 10 games, and in those 10 games, he had a good record, 7-3, 70% win rate. And in that 10 games, that earned him $118 million over 4 years. Please tell me how that is even.
How old is he though? He's like
28.
Yeah, like that's.
I mean.
Still relatively young.
No, I'm sorry, 31. He's 31.
Oh, never mind. That's.
Yeah.
Well.
His career is, as a quarterback standpoint, if he's good, great quarterbacks.
I didn't realize he was.
They can
31.
go to the late 30s, early 40s, unless you're Tom Brady. You can just go to forever. But
I think he'll be good.
Does he have four productive?
I don't think he has 4 years. I think he has 2 in him.
I mean,
I think he'll put up 2 pretty
good
years.
Yeah, he'll be 32 in the 2020 season. So therefore, yeah, this season he'll be 20. He'll be 32. So when his contract ends, he'll be going on 36. Is he going to stay productive to 36 years old?
Yeah, probably not. I think they.
Okay, so they overpaid.
I think they probably could have gone away with a 2-year deal, like most of these other free agents that they've signed. But Tennessee wanted to lock up their quarterback, and if he ends up panning out, I think that's going to be a really good deal for him.
I guess. All right, we got to move on, please. Because that guy, we could talk about him all day about his mediocre stuff. Really. Ooh, already running out of stuff to talk about.
AJ Brown's going to break out. All right.
We do think AJ Brown's going to break out. That's a good point.
Philip. All right, so
I don't think it's going to be Tannehill's problem, though. I mean, I don't think it's going to be Tannehill.
Okay.
All right.
So,
I think this should be a really short topic. Philip Rivers, go on Colts. Okay.
Time to send to the Colts. Going back to Frank Reich.
Let's
obviously.
Put this into perspective real quick. All right. Is it a good move for him? Yeah, he needed a change of pace. He needed something totally different.
Well, the Chargers didn't want him.
Well,
so.
I get that.
he didn't really have a choice.
But I mean, he probably could have dropped his contract and stayed if he really wanted to. I mean, they probably would have re-signed him if he would have said, "Give me $10 million." I mean, you know what I'm saying? They probably would have said, "All right, we'll keep a 20-year quarterback." So he could have probably finessed his way to stay in San Diego, or not San Diego anymore.
He would have been a backup there, and he would not have wanted that.
But he definitely needed a change of scenery. He's been a pretty consistent quarterback for 16 years?
Excluding last year, I would agree.
Yeah, last year wasn't that great, but also it was a lot of banged up. There was a lot of banged up people up and down that roster, and Melvin Gordon sitting out for 8-9 games. That did not help. I mean,
yeah, I think that probably threw off the
whole mojo of that team. I mean, you think about it. Melvin leaves after this season. He obviously wasn't going to play after last season. He sat out the most season. That kind of makes him go to another target in the backfield. He's a lot of a check down guy. Philip Rivers is a big check down guy, so he got a lot of chemistry with his running back. It's kind of running back's like, I'm out. I'll talk to y'all later. I'm not doing this. So, I mean, it kind of messes up a lot of stuff. Now, Eckler broke out as that, so, I mean, that helped a lot, but it's still one of those things where, I mean, Keenan Allen was, pretty decent this year, but he was never. But he wasn't the Keenan Allen he was last year when they went to the conference finals.
He had great numbers. They didn't go to the conference finals last year.
Last year they did, not this year. Last year.
No.
Yeah, against.
You mean the divisional round?
The divisional rounds. I'm sorry. Yeah, the divisional round against New England. Yeah. They didn't make it there like they did last year, but they had the same team. I mean, really, honestly, if Melvin Gordon didn't sit out the first 8 weeks, they probably are a whole different team in this back half of the season, and Philip Rivers might have been killing it. That just kills morale for a team, and I really just don't feel like this season was enough to mark up that roster. I really think that the Chargers have talent there for sure, but
getting off topic here.
I know a little bit is, but
Philip Rivers to the Colts.
But Philip Rivers getting that whole change of scenery, I think that's going to help him out. I think the offense better suits him in.
I think that's the big point here is that he's going back to a system he knows.
Yeah, he knows
that he's done well in.
Yeah, I mean,
and I'll be curious to see if the Colts add any more weapons to help him out.
This is probably going to help out a lot with TJ too, or not TJ, Ty a lot over there next year, getting an actual threat.
I don't know if it's going to help him or hurt him, but it
for sure helps him.
It's going to do. It's either really going to help him or really going to hurt him. Because
this is the kind of contract though I wish they would have gave Ryan Tannehill though, 100%. 1 year, $25 million contract, fine. Pay him $25 million. You really think he's that good? Pay him $25 million.
This is, I guess, the power of that agents have in their negotiating skills.
I get that, but this would have been what I wanted to see.
If teams were like King, they would give all of their players 1 year deals.
I feel like for quarterbacks, I really do feel like for quarterbacks though, it's the perfect deal for them. I mean, they make their money. It's not going to be one of those things where they get stuck in a situation with no receivers. They have a chance to go to another team after the year if they perform well. And really, it's just I don't mind it. I feel like if I was a quarterback who was on a whole new ship and I was about to say, you don't want to pay me big bucks? All right, fine. Give me the 1 year deal. I'm going to go perform, and then you're going to pay me for 4 or 5 years. I mean, I think Tannehill didn't have enough under his belt for $118 million. I think Philip Rivers does have enough under his belt for a big contract, but even the Colts are you're 36, 37? So we're going to go ahead and pay you 1 year, but good money, And if you don't perform, hey, you go find another team. I mean, because it's not like he won't get signed somewhere else. I mean, there's still teams right now that need a quarterback. For one, the Broncos need a quarterback. I mean,
really? No, dude. I think
No.
Drew and Lock's gonna be their guy. They're at least gonna try him out. They are at least gonna try him out.
Listen, this ain't Madden. That dude ain't progressing. I mean, this is not happening. I'm just not feeling it.
This ain't Madden.
I'm not feeling it. Like I don't
Patriots.
know. I'm hoping.
Patriots.
I'm really hoping we get Cam. What's
Broncos.
Cam the man going to Broncos. That's what I'm hoping for. That's the next signing I want to
All
talk about.
Next,
Teddy B.
next quarterback, I guess, because
we'll just wrap up the quarterbacks. Teddy B over here.
I do not agree with that. I think
it's great.
Now talk about a mediocre quarterback. That's a mediocre quarterback.
I think he's in the same category as Ryan Tannehill.
That is so disrespectful.
I think they're honestly on the same playing field.
No, not even.
I mean, what do you mean not even close? The dude had great numbers coming out.
Bridgewater's
got injured, got put on the shelf.
Of a game manager.
Okay, Bridgewater.
Tannehill can win you a game. I don't think Bridgewater can.
Bridgewater literally came out the draft looking like he was the next thing to hit the market. Like, oh, he's just gonna be that guy. Gets shelved off an injury, comes back, sits behind freaking Drew Brees, and now you're telling me he ain't worth signing?
Not.
Whoa. Let's time out this real quick, and let's just go ahead and just jump to the other situation we want to go with here. You literally are the same person that has told me that it helped out Patrick Mahomes sitting behind Alex Smith for a year.
Yeah,
you're telling me Teddy Bridgewater sitting behind one of the best quarterbacks of all time in Drew Brees isn't going to help him get a contract like this? This is not big time money. This is like middle of the pack quarterback money. Like, really.
Actually, yeah, I guess I have to think that this is quarterbacks we're talking about here.
I mean, we're talking, what's he getting, $20 million? That's like $8 million less than $9 million less than Tannehill just got, and we just agreed that Tannehill hasn't even proved himself more than 10 games. God, I got you there.
I guess.
I got you there.
I guess. Like, I don't. But it's just.
I think the Teddy B signing is great for Carolina. I think if anybody's going to bring anything to the table that's remotely like Cam Newton, other than Cam Newton, it's going to be Teddy B. He's going to show up. He's going to be able to move the ball both on his feet and through the air, and it's really going to help out dynamic that offense. With Christian McCaffrey as a check down option, I think this is going to be a plus. Big win for me.
Why I don't agree with that is because of the moves that they made in free agency, like signing Robbie Anderson, who's a field stretcher, and already having Curtis Samuel there. Like, Teddy B does not have that arm to get it down.
I mean, he doesn't have Cam Newton strength, no, but he's got a good arm. I mean,
I don't think he does.
Dude, he was the long bomb situation in New Orleans.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, he was.
He wasn't.
Yes, he was.
Go look at all of his air yards.
He was the big bomb.
No, he wasn't.
Was the big bomb.
Not Teddy Bridgewater.
Not Drew Brees. The dude doesn't have a cannon. Drew Brees is a noodle arm. Calm down, all right?
I mean, not like, but he's also extremely accurate.
Oh, no doubt. Drew Brees is one of the most accurate quarterbacks of all time.
I don't think Bridgewater's nearly as accurate.
Oh, he's not. He's not even close to as accurate. But he has a big bomb.
We'll see.
Like,
I guess.
He doesn't have, okay, we're judging this differently. Because you're definitely thinking big bomb. You're thinking Patrick Mahomes right off the rip. I know you are. Because I know you because you're a Patrick Mahomes fan. He doesn't have that kind of a cannon. He doesn't literally have a cannon on his arm like Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen. Okay?
That's what I'm saying.
He has a pretty good arm, though. Like, I would say top 10 arms in the game throwing the ball. I mean, for sure.
I mean, I don't know how to judge that. Just
people that can throw the ball the furthest. That's how you judge that. I would say he's like number 8 or number 9 on that list.
Because like you said, like the Saints offense really didn't call for a lot of deep balls.
There's not a lot of deep balls. I mean,
but yeah, we haven't really seen him. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll
give him the stamp to Teddy B. I think that's a great signing by the Carolina Panthers. I think they got him at a good price. And
fair.
And I really feel like for 3 years, I still do like the format of like a 1 year, give him the deal, see what he does with it. But a quarterback like Teddy B, I really feel like he's already shown that he's got the ability to do all this, and played behind a quarterback like Drew Brees. I mean, stamp
How
that
many
man
games
up.
has he played?
Well, I mean, enough to be in the NFL. He got drafted like first round.
That's how many games in the NFL has he played? Is it more than 10? Is it more than 10?
All right, I'll look it up real quick. Give me 1 second, because I can't give you that number off the top of my head.
If it's less than 10, which I honestly, actually, he had that with Vikings, I guess, right?
He's been in the NFL since 2014. He was drafted. If I can get it to pop up.
How many games has he played?
Teddy Bridgewater has played in. Last season, he got to play. He started 5 games last season, played 9 games behind Drew Brees total. Started 5 games last season, had a 67% completion rate with 9 touchdowns off of those games with 2 interceptions. He only played in 5 games and was the backup. Like, started in 5 games. He was 5-0 as a starter, by the way, last year. He was.
Yeah, the Saints are also an
insane
team.
In his second year, he went 11-5 as the starter. In there, through 14 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. His second year in the season, had a 65% completion rate. The year before that, they went 6-6. They were horrible. That's why they got him in a draft pick so low. And he only got to play 12 games because he got injured that first year. Then he got injured in his third year, and he had sat out until then. So, hey, 5-0, 11-5. Yeah, I'm giving him that. His career starts are 22-12. You really want to get on that number with your boy Ryan Tannehill? 49-49. 49-49. There you go.
Forgot he played a season all the way back in 2015.
Yeah, and he had a better season than Ryan Tannehill has ever had in his career in his second season.
All right. Well.
Moving on.
Yeah, I guess moving on.
Yeah, you just got. Teddy B was a better signing than Ryan Tannehill.
I do not. We'll see.
All right, we're going to go ahead and just jump into receivers a little bit here. And we're not going to go into a lot of receivers. Like, there's only a few we're going to talk about. I think we're just going to jump around. But this guy kind of tops everybody's head because he got paid $100 million. So.
Yeah, Cooper. I mean.
Amari Cooper's getting paid.
Yeah.
Again, I'm going to go ahead and just go against him right now because he's about to talk shit on what I'm about to say. Great signing by the Cowboys. I think that signing is for sure one of their better ones this season. I think honestly,
I don't know if it's a great signing.
It's a great signing. Okay, he makes Dak Prescott usable. Okay.
No, he does not. Dak Prescott's Dak's a good quarterback with or without him.
No, he's not.
Look at his rookie year.
Do we have to go through this again? We're going to talk about his rookie year. You know who he had that year? Des Bryant. Oh, you're right.
He's had.
Let's go to Tom Brady year.
Okay, a very not the same Des Bryant. I would like to say.
Well, let's just jump back 2 seasons ago before he had Amari Cooper, and after he had Des Bryant. Let's just see how productive he was. Because you know what he did that year? Oh, that's right. They were trash.
What year? Is that 2016?
17.
Or 17?
17.
Yeah, he got drafted.
Do I?
I say he got drafted in 16. So.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, like Dak Prescott has never been. He had a great rookie campaign. 100% give you that.
He had a good year last year.
Oh my God, the dude's like a fringe top 15. Like we're talking about.
He's not.
This is why they didn't pay him $40 million. He wanted 40, and they said, "Hell no, you're not that good."
40's also in. There's only one quarterback who should get $40 million.
There's only one quarterback that should get $40 million
a year.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
There's,
all right.
there's only one, and we all know who he is.
I can name 5 that earn that deserve that same kind of money that he has.
$40 million.
Patrick Mahomes has had 1 season where he won a Super Bowl and 1 season where he won an MVP.
in his 2 seasons playing.
He doesn't have enough real estate of playing to earn $40 million. Okay, yeah, he's great. He's gonna get it. He's gonna get that money. But you're comparing him against players like Russell Wilson, who also was a Super Bowl champion in his first 3 years, and also went back in his 4th year, and also was an MVP candidate. And did he win MVP? I can't remember if he won the MVP or not.
Was that in his first 2 years
Yes.
of being the starter?
Yes. Yeah. In his first 3 years, he won a Super Bowl. In his second year, he was an MVP candidate.
Okay, candidate or won it?
I don't
Because there's
remember
a
if he won it or not, but he was an MVP candidate in his second year, for sure. I really don't like researching all this when we're on here. This is just not the way I wanted to do this at all.
This is not what you wanted it to turn.
Not at all. At all.
Hey,
I mean,
you can't be dropping claims like
he's a Super Bowl
like
champ and he's a 6-time Pro Bowler. He didn't win the MVP, but he was an MVP
Oh,
candidate.
okay.
He was MVP finalist his second year, won a Super Bowl his third year, and then turned around went back his fourth year. He's a 6-time Pro Bowler in what?
Still
1, 2,
okay,
3,
but
4, 5, 6,
how
7,
old
8
is-
seasons. In 8 seasons, he went to freaking 6 Pro Bowls. You're telling me that this guy, and by the way, he went to 2 Super Bowls. So he went to 6 Pro Bowls, went to 2 Super
Russell
Bowls.
Wilson is also 31 years old. Patrick Mahomes
I
is
don't.
24.
Russell
I
Wilson's
think?
also 86 and 41 in his career. I mean, I don't care how old he is. The
No,
dude's-
but like in these big contracts, like age is a huge thing because it's like how many years
well,
in
yeah,
their prime.
they want to go ahead and get him locked up
Yeah,
for
yeah.
life. I get that.
Yeah,
But you're telling me about like he's the only guy that deserves $40 million. It's just a joke to
he's
me.
the only young quarterback who's
Honestly, no
performing
young
at an
quarterback should
elite
be getting $40 million. That's retarded. I mean,
okay. Well, then that's your take on it, but
like we're gonna ruin their lives with $40 million in 1
that's
year.
that's why I'm saying I think Dak, well, going all the way back to Dak. Dak should never have asked for $40 million. I don't know what he was thinking.
Taking
He's
this all the way back
never-
to Amari Cooper. Dak is the only reason. Amari Cooper is the only reason Dak is even relevant right now.
That's so not true.
That is so true. Amari Cooper has literally made this man what he is the last 2 years.
Dude, there's been games where Amari Cooper has caught like maybe two
right.
balls.
We gotta get.
Dak's
We're getting way off topic. I say it's a good
okay.
signing. What do you say?
I mean, yeah, I think it's a pretty good signing.
because he makes the Cowboys
yeah.
offense. But all right.
Dude, okay, first of all, you can't even say Zeke isn't the offense of that team.
What did Zeke do last year?
Probably put up like
Didn't-
1,400.
Didn't he like sit out a couple games? Oh, that's
No.
right. Yeah, he did.
Wait, last year?
I think he said like the first couple games, didn't he?
No.
There was contract talks. There was stuff about him sitting out.
Yeah, there was contract talks, but then he signed the contract.
I mean, I don't know.
I do know. Yeah, he had 1,300 rushing yards last year and 12 touchdowns.
How many games?
In 16
How many did he
games.
play 16? I thought he sat out the first couple. There was
No.
talks that he was gonna sit out, but then again he missed
Yeah,
stuff. again.
and then he got
Yeah,
that fat
yeah,
contract.
I remember now he got paid. But I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
that's not a look at this. That's
He
like
is-
that's his
He is
second
the
worst.
offense.
That's his
He is the
second.
offense.
That's his second worst season, and he played more games than he did in any of their games.
Yeah, he's
He's
the
slowly
fact-
declining. Yeah, moving on. Okay.
No, he's okay.
Hey, running backs don't have that long of a lifespan. Okay, on the side
Yeah.
note, people that are watching this, I'm not talking shit about Ezekiel Elliott. So
Oh, see, because
Like,
you know,
I'm just
because
giving
you know
him.
he's a dog.
I'm just giving him crap. It's Ezekiel Elliott.
Because
Like,
you know he's
yeah.
he's a dog.
I'm just getting him riled
Questionable
up.
off field choices, but he's a dog on.
All right, we're gonna
Sacred
sum
iron.
both these players up in one little move real quick because it's not the smartest thing that the Cowboys have did. First of all, losing Byron Jones. Second, but I'm way off my numbers. The
Oh,
next
man.
thing is Miami cleaned up and killed it with this. I like the move of picking up Kyle Van Noy and Byron Jones. I think that makes the defense a lot more,
Oh yeah.
a lot more versatile for sure. Having him and Xavier Howard back there, so paying him $82 million, that's fine. I mean, he definitely deserves all that money.
Yeah,
and,
he,
really could have got
you're
more.
talking about
I mean, you're talking about 5 years, 82.
Byron Jones, right?
Yeah, Jones.
Yeah. I mean, was he first team All Pro this year?
I think so. Yeah.
Or might have been
Um,
second, but
No, I think it was first. But he got 5 years, 5 years, $82 million, and I really feel like honestly that's a steal at his rate. I mean, QBs nowadays that are really really good. Like just look at like Fruit Trufant. We're about to talk about in a second. He got 2 years, 20, 10 years apiece, or not 10 years, 10 years apiece, $10 million a year. I mean, if you add that up, I mean, that ain't much compared to like these other top Pro Bowl corners. I mean, and he hasn't been that productive in the last couple of years. He has not been the
Yeah,
same
yeah, he's
true
kind of
front he was a couple of years ago. So
fallen
Byron
off a
Jones
little bit.
just getting a little bit more than that, like 13 and a half a year. Like that's not
And locked up.
and locked up for 5 years. That's really not a bad deal at all. I mean, if that was, you're talking about Revis money at that point. I mean,
Yeah.
like
I
top
think
corners and,
Miami is really making a play to make a
yeah,
playoff run next year after this after they develop their own players in this draft.
yeah. So for sure, I think Miami made a good move. But other than that, I think they got a lot of work to do still. It's Miami. They get a lot of work.
Yeah,
so
they always got a lot of work.
I don't see them taking them to a conference championship this year, but it's possible
Next
that
year,
they're it's possible.
Next year.
Yeah, it's possible they're in the conversation next year.
I'm telling you, next year,
So,
baby.
I like that move for sure. All right, moving on. Todd, the girly man. Yeah.
Getting cut by the Rams, which
Very
honestly, that shocked me honestly. But
Oh, dude,
I guess
like just
from
after
a
what they
cap point,
paid
it
him.
makes
What,
perfect sense. Yeah,
I mean, like they just paid him. I mean, like it really, from a cap point, it really doesn't make perfect sense because they ate it.
well, they ate the guarantee, but they saved money on the salary part.
Yeah.
I think it was like 13 million and
Yeah,
salary?
They saved salary, but
Yeah.
they had to pay him out, man. He
Yeah.
just re-signed 2 seasons ago. They still were paying out his signing bonus for the next.
guaranteed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're still paying out for the next 4 years or whatever. I mean, he signed like a 6-year
years,
deal,
yeah.
or no, he signed like a 5-year or 6-year deal, didn't he?
I think it was a 4-year 60 if I remember correctly,
You might be right.
or
I
with
thought it
45
was- I
guaranteed.
thought it was
but-
5 though. But yeah, they still had to pay it out. I mean, like, yeah, think
Yeah,
about it. Like,
I mean,
they paid him out.
They have to
freaking-
pay out his
They probably
guarantee.
paid
Yeah.
him out like close to 25 million, like paid out. So that's a big hit on their cap this season for sure. For this coming up season.
Yeah, but Atlanta, I think, is a great spot
Oh, I think it's a great lane spot. I think it's close to home
for him.
I mean,
Yeah, like close to home. The passing game there is phenomenal. So
Yeah.
so
Matt Ryan likes
so-
to like do checkdowns too, so that's good.
yeah, they'll utilize him out of the backfield. I
Ito-
think.
Ito Smith was
Ito Smith
absolute garbage.
Yeah,
last
Ito
year.
Smith is not going to take away carries
So,
from him.
uh,
I think that he'll bounce back this year because Atlanta's not going to be afraid to
yeah,
use him.
no, for
That
sure.
is if-
And Atlanta
That is if
has
he's healthy.
and Atlanta has proved, like what, 2 years ago now, they are a Super Bowl caliber team. I mean, they have the weapons, they have the receivers and Julio Jones.
I think that defense has fallen off, but
Well,
offensively,
I mean,
yes.
it's getting a little more age to it for sure. Not and they just got
Offensively,
rid of
yes,
the,
they are
just
ready.
got rid of the big contract of Desmond Trufant, not having to pay him anymore. He's gone. He's not there anymore. So they're not paying a $10 to $12 million corner anymore. That has been slipping lately. They're going to be able to add another piece into that defense. I don't believe I don't think they're going to continue with Vic Beasley after this season. So they're
Probably
able to
not.
move from
I don't think they're
him.
going to continue with anyone on their defense, honestly.
Oh heck no! I mean no. Yeah.
if it was
No,
up
Grady
to
in the
them,
middle,
they'd-
Grady in the middle,
they'd
he's
that-
staying for sure. I don't know what you're talking about. Deion Jones, at middle linebacker, he ain't going nowhere. I mean,
except for
Keanu
the
Neal,
rookies.
Keanu Neal ain't going nowhere. I mean, dude, their defense has some pieces for sure.
Okay, what, 4 out of 11 starters?
4 of 11 starters is not bad. I mean, for
That's-
pieces that are
that's-
that are studs. I mean, they're good. I mean, they're good, man.
I think they're starting. Okay, different.
But my point
conversation.
is.
Todd,
I think
great landing
Todd
spot.
Gurley landing there
For-
is great. I
for
mean,
Todd.
the money is good, and he was able to take that low contract because they ate it out and paid him out. You mean?
Yeah, like
So-
he already. Honestly, it's when he signed that contract with the Rams, I thought that they overpaid the heck out of him,
Oh, I definitely didn't think so at all. I thought that was a great sign.
dude.
I think
But
Gurley's a stud.
well, like you said, running backs just don't last a while.
They don't. I mean, you give him a 4-year, 5-year deal with a running back, you are playing the gamble game for sure. And they did play. They lost at it. I mean,
Yeah.
but at the same time, I don't put that all on Todd Gurley. I feel like they didn't utilize him in last year the way they should have. I mean, for
No,
sure.
just the passing game alone, like that.
They
that
found
that
out
made
about
no-
they found out about the injury the year before, and they continuously said, "Oh, he's fine, he's fine," and then you just saw no productive, like not productive,
just no touches.
attempt to give him the ball. I mean,
Yeah.
he's fine. We're not gonna give him the ball. I mean, like it was just like, why did you sign him? I mean, Like, why'd you give him the money if you're just not gonna let him play? So I really think like last season, I think it was like week 3. Basically, he's like he was fed up and he put out on social medias and all that stuff that it was leaked on social medias that he was basically frustrated with the team and was wanting either to be traded or to be used in the game. And then that was pretty much, I think that marked the end of it for him to let him go at the end of the year. But I do think it was a great move. I really do. I think $6 million for him is, chump change for what he's got paid this year. He's going to get $25 million this year from the Rams. So, like, he's paid like $30 million this year for playing game of football. So, that's a pretty good payout. Moving on, though, I think what we got next. Exactly what I was talking about. Desmond Trufant.
Trufant, yep, going to the Lions. Who
I don't like the signing.
The Darius Slay replacement or what?
Yeah, it's not a good replacement. Darius Slay is an absolute monster back there for the Lions and has been since he came in the league. And that's why he got like $25 million a year, or not $25 million a year, like $25 million. No, it was $15 million a year. It's like 5 years, 53, I think. 4 years, 53. No, 3 years, 53. Wasn't it? 3 years, 53.
3 years, 50.
Yeah. So he got bank over there. Okay.
Yeah.
So the replacement with Desmond Trufant was kind of lackluster. Desmond Trufant, 2-3 seasons ago, premier corner. I mean, the dude was an absolute monster 2-3 seasons ago, to the point where, I mean,
he was on that Super Bowl defense.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, he was great. And it doesn't show any, like, I don't know, maybe he has a rebirth, maybe not. I can't really judge it now, but he's been declining slowly in Atlanta for the last couple years.
I don't see him doing better. And
I did really hope he'd go to Seattle. He's from Tacoma in Seattle, so I was like, it'd be pretty cool if he went back home, played for Seattle before he ended up retiring in a couple of years. Because I really see him around for like 2-3 more years, and then he's gonna retire probably. I mean, he might not re-sign a deal after this 2-year contract. This might be it. But then also his brother played for Seattle. I mean, Marcus Trufant. So I was sitting there going, and I think his other brother also played for Seattle at one point. So I thought maybe him going home and doing the same thing as his older brothers did and just finishing his career in Seattle was the move. But, I mean, so I don't really care for the signing for Detroit. I think they're trying to replace Darius Slay. It's just definitely not a great move. It's not
hard shoes to fill.
But, yeah, that's all we really need to talk about with him. I mean, I wish him the best and I hope he comes bounce back because I do think Desmond Trufant's a great player or was a great player. But I think he's just lost a step or something like that and it's done. I think
next up, my boy. Yeah, real quick, Jimmy Ward re-signed with the 49ers on a 3-year, $28 million deal. I think that's a great signing.
I think it's a great value.
Actually, one of the key guys in the secondary there.
Well, in the secondary, yeah, but not on the defense, not at all.
I mean, not like he was a major component.
I mean, on that secondary, on the secondary.
Yeah.
As the secondary placements,
What? Your mic cut out.
I said as a secondary, yeah, he was great for the secondaries.
In the secondary, okay. Regardless, like I think that's a good signing by San Francisco. They just need to add another corner, I think, in either the draft or free agency if there's still any out there, which I don't think there are. So we'll see about that.
I mean,
but
I feel like corner-wise for you guys is a big down part. I think Richard Sherman is pretty solid, but
what? He's very solid. He got an All-Pro team.
Yeah, I mean he's pretty solid for you guys, but he hasn't been Richard Sherman in the past. And
Dude,
again,
he made an All-Pro team. What?
Again, like Desmond Trufant, like he's kind of numbered.
Dude, stop. There's only 3 corners you could argue that are better.
Okay.
That were better.
That's not true at all. But let's just move on because I will roast you in the Richard Sherman battle. Okay.
What do you mean that's not true?
Hey, when did he get his first interception as a San Francisco player? Oh, that's right, this year.
That's okay. That's more to being a corner than just interceptions.
How long has he played for you guys? Oh wait, 3rd season. Awkward.
He got second team all pro. I don't know.
Listen, buddy. Okay. There's Richard Sherman in Seattle versus Richard Sherman in San Fran.
Oh, I'm not arguing that. Like,
I'm just
yeah,
saying,
Sherman-
his Seattle Richard Sherman would be yelling at the San Fran one, saying, "You never had me."
okay,
I'm
whatever.
just saying.
I mean, he's still good. So.
He's like
Um,
80 overall Richard Sherman compared to like 98 overall Richard Sherman.
Oh, get out of here. Okay, moving on. This is your probably favorite.
We're gonna jump that real quick and jump onto.
We're
we're gonna jump that and go to haha real quick because.
oh my, you're
Well, I mean, we're kind of in the
dramatic.
secondary. We're kind of in the secondaries right now, so let's just run
Okay,
the secondaries.
okay.
It makes sense.
fair.
I mean, yeah. So I think that is absolute slap in the face of a contract for Ha Glenn Dix.
I think he's gonna have to prove something now.
I guess.
Like,
I mean, I didn't.
He had
I
he
feel
had a
like
down year
I've-
last year.
I mean,
I
I pretty down year. I
he
mean,
had to have.
a
He
down-
had to have. Like, I honestly
Like,
didn't pay that close attention.
That kind of contract's like he had a down
Yeah.
career. That's what it sounds like. Like, dude, haha was like
He was
good.
still in
He was
Green Bay,
killing it in Green Bay. I mean,
and he went to the Rams, right?
Did he go?
or-
No, I didn't think it was Rams. I thought it was Redskins. No, that was Collins.
Maybe it was.
That was Collins.
Okay.
You know,
Played. Oh, it was the Redskins, and then he went back to the Bears.
oh, that's right. Went to the Bears. He didn't go
Yeah.
back to the Bears. He went to
Well,
the Bears.
back to the division.
Yeah.
But
So that was a bit. I know.
Um,
I thought he went to Redskins, but I was like, well, then he.
I
But
was-
no, I mean, like he's literally been like passed around the league at this point, and I mean, I feel like he's played pretty productive for his whole career. I feel like it hasn't been that bad. I mean, maybe I'm just sleeping on haha or whatever, but I feel like haha has had pretty solid numbers since he got drafted. Like not like Pro Bowl, like he's the greatest player of all time type thing, but I feel like he's consistent.
starter,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's a good starter. What is it?
We'll
3.5? Like 3.5 million? Like
3.7.
$3.7 million for a year? Like that's the numbers you pay somebody when you're like, well, they might retire this season. You know what I mean? Like,
Well,
like is that what's about to happen? Are we
We'll
about to see
see, I
haha
guess,
on the retirement
right?
after this season? Moving on though, can't talk much about that because this is a little disappointing. Malcolm Jenkins' old butt got $32 million and haha got 3.7.
I mean, Malcolm Jenkins. Yeah,
Dude's 32 or 33 years old. I mean,
I feel like
is a
that's kind of
4-year
an
deal really good
overpay.
for him? Probably not. Is he gonna play all 4 years? Probably not. I mean,
Oh, I think he'll play. I just don't know if he'll start.
I think he has 1 to 2 productive years, 2 years pretty much on the bench or cut from the team. I mean, or retired. I really feel like he's good, but he's not as good as he was 2 years ago. He's not as good as he was 4 years ago. I mean, he's productively going down, and it's just one of those things where I don't think Malcolm Jenkins is a good 4-year sign. A 2-year contract is like the perfect level and length for him.
Yeah, I think that would be good.
Because I really feel like 2 years is really where he's gonna reach that. All right, I can't do this anymore, and you're gonna see a Vontae Davis on the field and him just walk off. I mean, never come back situation. So you know what I'm talking about, right?
Not really. I'm just kind
You
of.
don't remember Vontae Davis doing that last year?
I remember the name. Oh, was that the guy that retired like mid game?
Yeah, you just gotta walk out halfway locker room. I can't do this no more. I'm gone, coach.
I remember the name, but not.
yeah. He's like,
Yeah.
he's like, I can't do this no more. I'm out of here. I'm just saying. Moving on
Alright.
from that point though, because I really
Yeah.
feel like that's
Talk about your boy.
All right.
Alden, dude.
All right. Listen. Alden Smith just got reinstated and signed to the Cowboys. I don't know what the Cowboys are doing. Okay, they're paying people money that
Dude, they're not.
Amari
and they're
Cooper
not
was
paying
good.
Dak.
Not
paying Dak.
They don't need to pay Dak. They need to get rid of Dak. I mean, we're not getting back on that. Dak's not that good. Alden Smith, they freaking paid this man $2 million. That's what I'm saying. He's in the same category as Ha Glenn Dix at this point. Getting paid $2 million compared to 3.7. Like they paid this man $2 million.
I mean, Alden Smith also though he's coming. He hasn't been in the league.
He ain't touched the ball since 2015. I mean, like he gonna get $2 million and Ha got 3.7.
Yeah, that's
a
I
slap in the
guess.
face. That's a slap in the face.
all right.
But-
I think. But
But
what are your thoughts on the Alden? I think it's a. I mean,
it's a
pretty
good signing.
Like
That's a good
like
signing.
a try it out.
I
See
mean,
how
like
he does.
is Alden Smith of 2014, 2015?
Probably not.
Probably not. But is he productive? we're about to find out. I mean, like
It's a good feeler. Like,
it's
and
hey,
if they want him,
it's two things. Right? It's a good opportunity for him to prove that he still has NFL talent, and B, it's also a good way to burn $2 million. So,
I mean, but it is only $2 million. Like, that's
okay, but
not
$2
like
million to me is lifetime. Like that's my.
okay, but
mean,
you're also not
That's
a
true.
GM. You're also not a GM.
That's true.
But
But I'm just saying, I would love that $2 million. So since Cowboys, y'all just throwing money away, like I'll take a couple mil real quick.
they're not gonna pay you. They're not gonna give you a contract.
Listen,
Get out of here.
I live in Oklahoma. I'll be down there in 4 hours.
I'll drive.
I'll show up before Alden shows up. Trust me. Okay, I'll blitz the. I'll be the dummy. Hit me a couple times. I mean, like.
All right. Moving on to Robbie Anderson signing with the Carolina Panthers on a 2-year, $20 million.
Right, I got this.
Deal.
We're gonna sum this up real quick. He's fast. All right, next.
He is so fast. Okay, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense that they signed him. But moving on.
I mean, like I don't know how it doesn't make sense. I mean, they don't have Funchess anymore. They wanted speed.
They have Curtis Samuel though,
and they got DJ Moore. They wanted speed. They needed a perfect slot person to run speed stuff. So they're gonna drop Curtis Samuel.
Isn't Moore the slot guy?
I think Moore's gonna play the 1. Robbie Anderson the 2, and then Curtis Samuel the slot.
Okay.
Because Curtis Samuel has way more it could be DJ Moore.
I mean,
or
they're also all burners.
Yeah, exactly. They're all fast. So I mean, really, whoever they want to plug and play into the slot, it really could just be one of those situations where they're jumping around.
Trying to mimic that Kansas City.
Yeah, I mean, just fast and speed. Fast and speed. Yeah. So.
All right.
Top end.
Moving on,
just get cheetahs out there and just run it. I mean, all right.
Melvin Gordon.
Denver Broncos signed a running back when we are desperate needs of a quarterback. You know why they did it though? I'll give you this, right? I'm not sugarcoating anything. It's my team. I'm not going to sugarcoat a single thing. They signed a running back because they realized that they do not know how to sign a quarterback. They've been trying for 6 years, and they have no idea how to sign a quarterback. Peyton Manning wanted to come to Denver. Okay? We got lucky.
we got lucky.
I mean, let's just go through this string here. I mean, Trevor Siemian. Trash.
Didn't you guys have Brock Osweiler?
We paid that man.
Also trash.
Freaking. We also went and got we also drafted what's his name? Big kid from Memphis. Paxton Lynch. Trash. We had Dykstra. Trash. If you don't know these names, that's just because that's how bad they were. Okay.
Drew Lock could be the answer.
Maybe. It's possible. We might let him see what he does. Who knows? He's definitely the better prospect.
He looks good in the games.
But I'm not even done yet. We signed Case Keenum. We signed him. 4 years, $28 million. We paid that man actual money and didn't just draft him. We actually said, "How much money do you want?" "Oh, you want some money? Okay." I think it was like 4 years, $28 million. I'm just sitting there going like, that's way too much for Case Keenum.
Nah.
1 season, we got rid of him. We had to eat the damn contract. We had to eat like a $15 million signing bonus because of freaking 1 year. We signed him for 4. Then we take on freaking Joe Flacco, and you know the Ravens got the best deal in the freaking world because they paid that man so much money, like $17 million a year with a huge bonus. And guess who took it all on? We did. The trade did not include them eating any of the cap. We took all of their stuff, and then we cut off for 1 year. We just ate like $10 million just for cutting him. Like, we can't sign a quarterback. That's why we went and got Melvin Gordon. We gonna run the ball all year. Courtland Sutton, you gonna watch from the sideline or something. 'Cause we gonna throw to you. We ain't throwing the ball. We gonna run it. Philip Lindsay, Melvin Gordon, man, we'll throw a little bit of Royce Freeman in there. He's but that's why. 2 years, $16 million. I'm okay with it. I really hope we can renegotiate the contract this next year right off the rip, give him a 3-year deal, and end him for his career pretty much there and there. Because I really feel like 31, 32 is really his peak. I don't see him going any further. He's already 26, I think. So if we can get him for the 2, add 3 on the backside, get him 31, and go from there. call at that game. But I really feel like Melvin Gordon's a good running back, and I feel like he kind of deserves a little more money than we gave him. But holding out for what he tried to hold out for just wasn't reasonable. So I really hope he has 2 productive seasons with us. We re-sign him, and he just plays for us the rest of his career. That's my goal. Moving on. biggest waste of money in the free agent signings.
Yeah, we'll just call this a waste of money.
This is honestly just people throwing money.
Yeah.
The Bears. What's up, dog?
Robert Quinn, 5 years, $70 million.
That's a joke,
That's
man.
like
That's a joke.
that's like borderline quarterback money.
I mean, like, did they do this on April Fools or something? Like, I'm not really sure what they were thinking. Did Robert Quinn they drug somebody up, get somebody drunk in the Bears? I mean, like what the heck are they thinking?
I have no words on this except that he's old, and
not just that he's old. He's literally lacked production for like 5 years. The man has been like subpar, like an end for 5 years now. I mean, he was a dominant player 2013, 2014, and maybe even 2015, but really started falling off 2016. And then he was gone. I mean, face of the map, gone 17, 18, 19. I mean, I ain't heard a stat line from Robert Quinn that's been productive for 3 years. And I mean, just to prove that point, I have no stats up right now, but I'm going to go ahead and pull the stats up just so anybody out there that's a lifelong freaking Rams fan messaging me going, oh, Robert Quinn was the best player I've ever seen. I mean, I'm about to prove that point.
I don't think any Rams fans would say that when they have Donald there. But
2011 to now, he had 2-time Pro Bowler and 1-time All-Pro. Let's just find out when that was. Oh, his first 3 seasons? Okay, makes sense. Yeah, he All-Pro'd and was a Pro Bowl in 2013 and 2014. Exactly what I said. He killed it in 2013, 2014. Played 16 games in 2014 or 2012. Played 16, started 14. Played 16 and started 16 and 13 and 14. Only played 8 and started 7 and 15 because of injury. Again in 16, same reasons. In 17, 18, and 19, he played and started all the games he played in and literally did nothing. Man had a total of 2 forced fumbles each season, which isn't bad, but from an end position, and especially when you look at his previous years, were 7 and 5, not good numbers. Sack combinations, here we go. He had 10, 19, 10, his 3 dominant seasons, and then 5, 4. He did pull back an 8 season once, 6. And then this last season, he had a little bit of a rebirth in Dallas for 11. But,
okay.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I realized he had 11 sacks.
Yeah, but that's one season at the age of 29 years old. I mean, like, where he hasn't did anything after that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He played for Miami, did nothing there. He played for the Rams, did nothing there. Basically, when they left St. Louis, he just basically stayed in St. Louis. He comes back to the Midwest, goes and plays down south in the Cowboys uniform, has a good season. Now he's going to go play north. Man can't handle the cold. I mean, I don't know.
Oh, my.
He can't handle the heat out in freaking Cali. He can't handle the cold in the north, probably. He did fine in the south. I mean, I don't know what's going on there. But I'm just going to go off of those assumptions. 5 years, $70 million is an absolute joke for this man.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big contract.
I mean, there's just number breakdowns. If you don't believe me, you can go look it up yourself. Rams fans, I'm sorry, but he got overpaid here. And, I mean, I guess I'm happy for you guys because you guys didn't take that on. I mean, you guys knew to get out that contract last year. I mean, y'all were done with that. But yeah, so
and then
that's
moving
all
on.
Robert Quinn. 2013 Robert Quinn though, Madden 2013, dude was a stud. 99 overall. Check it. I used to run him all the time. Sacks all day.
Oh my! All right. Moving on.
Sammy Watkins. It's a weak sign though. It's a really weak sign. I think Kansas City
needed to
him.
restructure. I think he wanted to stay on the team.
Oh, he for sure wants to stay on the team. He for sure wants to stay on the team.
That's why
if you're at any way gonna have a threat to throw to you, like Patrick Mahomes, you want to stay on that team. Like there's no doubt. But is it a weak signing? Yeah, I think Sammy Watkins definitely could use more money than that. Personally,
I mean he'll be a free agent next year.
I don't think he will be. I think again he's gonna probably restructure and try to stay on the team, and it'll probably be a journey.
I don't think Kansas City's gonna have the cap to do that.
I think he's honestly gonna try to stay in Kansas City as long as he can, and that's just my personal opinion. I mean,
and just not make money.
Yeah. Okay, so we're at the segment of the show where we're really gonna kind of start wrapping it up. We got one more person to talk about, and then we're gonna hit the end.
And this is gonna take 5
So,
seconds.
This is
because
it. This is pretty much it. That's what
our
I'm already giving
mediocre
you my
signing of free
This
agency.
is the lowest
Just
person
kind of a kicker.
signed in the whole league
Just kind of a kicker.
for a main name on our list. Okay, it's the big question: what's the Patriots doing? So-
Their future quarterback's gonna be Brian Hoyer.
So I'm gonna leave this in
Signing,
this with
signing,
this.
signing a 1-year deal.
I'm gonna leave this with this. Is the Brian Hoyer signing? Is that their way of saying we can make any quarterback Tom Brady, or we're gonna tank for whoever we can get next year?
I think it's more of a tank for Trevor.
I honestly like the idea
I think
of
they're
tank
they're
for
tanking
Trevor Lawrence is fine. I like the idea of that. I don't think Belichick's pride is personally tank for Trevor Lawrence, and I really feel like
He's gonna try to win.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna try to win, and that's just at the end of the day what it is. But I don't see it happening with Brian Hoyer. So there's notable.
Who's
there's
their
notable-
other quarterback?
Dude.
It's Jared. It's like Jared something, right?
Jared Stapleton or something.
Yeah,
Stanford,
yeah.
something.
I think he's the projected starter, and Hoyer was like more of like a backup, like
Yeah,
mentor.
I get that,
kind of
but
thing.
at the same exact time, neither one of them are.
Yeah, neither one of them are gonna get
Yeah.
you to
So
promised land.
before we end that off, because we will talk about these guys later in another video. By the way, we're gonna try to be doing this podcast every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. It's kind of our goal.
That's
It's a big goal. It's a big ambition.
zealous right there.
Do what?
That's overzealous right there.
Yeah. For this first week, we're probably gonna do just this one, which will probably be launching hopefully on Monday, April 13th. Okay. So that's gonna be the hope, is we're gonna be putting this one out then. If you see this on Wednesday, it's obviously because we got backtracked. But so our goal is gonna be Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but you will not see anything else this week. It'll be Monday of next week for sure. And we'll talk about more of this stuff, the free agents and trades and that. But I want to leave it with this: the Patriots have some options on the table. You got Jameis Winston, and you got Cam Newton. And I really feel like if they want any chance at winning anything this year and proving that
They gotta
Belichick,
sign one of them.
and proving that
That-
Belichick,
that is true.
You want to prove that Belichick is made Tom Brady, you need to sign Cam Newton or Jameis Winston.
On
At
like
the
just
end
a
of the day.
1-year deal.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, and this late in free agency that they're still there, obviously you can get them pretty cheap. I mean, I really feel like either one of these quarterbacks are probably a $15 to $18 million signing, which would probably be one of the lower and it'd probably be the lowest end high tier quarterback signing at this point. Brian Hoyer doesn't count
Oh, yeah.
at 1.1 or like $1 million. We're not counting that. Like literally, Teddy B got $20 million. So if you can get Cam Newton for 18, I mean, you take it. It's the end of the day. That's my personal opinion, though. I really feel like that's what it is. Like I said, we're hoping to see you guys every Monday, Wednesday, Friday in the coming weeks. If you guys like the format, like the podcast, let us know. Comments in the description, or not comments in the description, comments down below.
comment down below.
Comment down below. Like and dislike the video if you like it, and we'll see you later. Deuces.
All right. See you guys.